Good morning. Good morning. What's happening, family? Welcome to the show. It is Michelle Bryant here at WNOV 860 AM, 106.5 FM. You are listening to Say Something Real. Good morning to everybody that's checking in on Facebook. I see y'all. Good morning, WNOV family. Yay, what's happening? And to my folks on YouTube, good morning to you all as well. And, Keith loves to say terrestrial listeners. Yes, terrestrial radio. Want to say good morning to the folks who tune in, check in. Hey, Shelby, what's going on? Look, I did not forget. I saw your text message saying that they got 10 inches of snow in Cincinnati and are under a snow emergency. She sent that yesterday when I was on the air. I'm behind on these text messages. I got a whole bunch going on. I tell people it's crazy. Whoever made up that when it rains, it pours, they ain't never lie. I mean, you know, uh, I got Jeep drama. I know I'm about to get hit for a grip on my car repair because I had a Keisha call me after I got off the radio yesterday. I'm running around doing some stuff. Keisha was like, "Hey, what's going on with your car? I need you to check your oil." I was like, "Check my oil." I said, "What you talking about?" I was like, "I ain't got no lights on. In fact, I just got my oil changed like 3 weeks ago. I'm good." She's like, "Yeah, it's a good amount of oil out here on this driveway too." And I was like,
Are we certain that they tighten your filter and everything?
"I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna find out because I'm having it towed to the dealership this morning, and I didn't. I broke my cardinal rule. I didn't take it to the dealership because I was in a hurry, and I needed to get that oil change real quick. So I took it up the street. So we gonna see what's happening." Cause that just, I'm like, there was no indicator. So she just said, "Hey." So I wasn't far from the house. I came back by, looked in the driveway. I told Jermaine, Stevie Wonder could have saw that oil. I was like, "This is crazy." So yeah, I'm not feeling real good about this repair and my brother was like, "Hey, don't sell that Jeep because I know you. You'll just go get a new car." Like, depending on what kind of number they give me. But since that joint is a couple payments away from being, paid for, I'm like, nah, I'll just get it fixed. Still gonna give me something else, but yeah, I gotta get a job first. And so I'm just saying, y'all know, ever since I left the state, I've not had a full-time job. And I'm just out here living like a pauper. And the minute y'all gonna see me outside with my little cardboard sign to about, you know, I was gonna say we'll work for food, but that's not true. I'm not. I'm not doing that.
Talk for food.
Say what?
We'll talk for food.
Nah, I ain't doing that either. Oh, look, somebody said, you know what? Y'all is the biggest babies that listen to this program. Somebody said, don't forget about us texting listeners.
Oh boy.
To be able to text, you gotta be. Somebody said they listening on their phone. Okay, look, come on, y'all. To everybody, good morning. We should organize a chat family breakfast club. Oh, I like that. Any interest? I like that. Oh, I just sent you a text message too, Harriet. I'll see you on there. I'm not a text message, or email. I sent you an email. So check for that. I sent that yesterday. Let me say good morning to the bros in the studio. What's happening, Mr. Rideout?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm going down. I'm going down. Since you ain't around.
Oh, Lord.
Why was it be a church song?
It just touches my soul.
Oh, my God.
Whenever it touches my soul,
Like,
the church come out.
But look, I was watching, I went down Instagram rabbit hole yesterday.
Mhm.
It's amazing how much time you have when you don't have no car. I remember somebody said, when you don't have no money, you don't have nothing to do. But when you got money, you got I gotta go to the cleaners. I gotta go, pick up some this. I gotta go here. Gotta go take them shoes back. But when you don't have no money, you don't have nothing to do.
Nothing to do.
So I ain't had no car yesterday.
So you went down memory lane, huh?
I was visiting the world through Instagram.
Different lens.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Go ahead. You what now?
But I was at home thinking, right?
What you think, Clark? So I gave him a stroke up in here. He's like, having a stroke.
You know, sometimes I turn it to boom holler. Sometimes and words come out like that. Boom holler.
I up in here struggling.
You know, Shell, I was thinking
about baby oil.
No,
okay,
but baby oil was on the list. But
about vegetable oil.
You know, since everything has a color, right?
Everything has a color. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. Although it doesn't, but go ahead.
It don't?
Go ahead. Finish. Go ahead.
So what color is a mirror?
So what color is a mirror?
I did this one already.
No, I didn't. I ain't never did this one because I never asked this one.
It was similar in the sense.
No, it was in the mirror because of the lighting. You change, you know. But I said, what color is the mirror? Because everything in life has a color.
But literally, so color is an inherent property of objects.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, is not an inherent object of property of objects. So everything does not have a color. Okay. Rather a perception that's created by the brain when light reflecting surfaces with varying atomic structures enters the human eye. While humans interpret the world through these reflected wavelengths, color is ultimately a biological experience rather than a physical property of matter itself. So without light, objects have no visible color.
Has no color.
They appear colored based on which wavelengths they reflect and absorb.
So
everything
right
does not have
my
color.
Point too.
No. How does that prove your point?
With the whole lighting, no. With the whole lighting and the mirror and how when you go into different settings, you can look in the mirror and you can be like, okay, whatever. Then you can go in a whole totally different settings and look in the mirror, and because of the lighting and how it's projected, you know, I mean, it kind of changes, you know, what you see.
There is an element of that.
Yeah,
to be clear,
that's true.
A mirror does not have true color. It reflects its surroundings. Most standard mirrors have a slight green tint because the glass and reflective coating reflect green light slightly better than other colors.
Yeah.
So, you know,
so you think you said something profound?
Well, you didn't know it. And you know what, Shell?
What's that, sir?
You know I love you, right?
Oh, okay.
And you know I'm really your security. You really don't know that, but I'm your security.
Here it comes.
You know, yesterday I had to stand. No, I ain't.
I
had to stand
10 toes down. Yeah. Oh, bro's leaving the studio. Where they going?
Now he want to leave.
Debo and Clark just walked out.
It wasn't Clark.
Tell it, Jermaine.
It was Debo.
Tell it.
Oh,
what'd he do yesterday?
See, yesterday.
Hey, what'd he do?
And it's on tape.
What'd he do?
That's the whole good thing. Long story short, he said you look like a wisdom tooth. Like you built like a wisdom tooth.
I did not say that.
Right-handed guy.
I did not say that, Michelle.
Right-handed guy.
That is not how
you want me to pull it? You want me to pull the footage?
You know what? Don't even worry about
brought
it.
up
you want no
Nell Carter.
I said
don't even worry about it.
Because he asked me, who do I like? I said I like Nell Carter from Give Me a Break.
Yeah.
And then
I was from Alabama, Parker High School. But go ahead.
I said I like her because she's built like a wisdom tooth. Debo said, "Oh, like Shell."
He lied.
I said, "Who?" He said, "Like Shell." I said, "Who? You know Shell gonna call in and get you." No Shell.
So I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I'm telling.
Because I would have been happy to call in. But you know, let me be clear. The one thing I was saying,
believe everything you hear.
You know, I'm not even gonna get upset about it or
I got the tape.
Yeah, I mean, but it's cool, because. It's like
Told him I was gonna tell you.
What is it like? it's like
I have never said you were built like a
it's
wisdom
like
Oh, Debo.
Idris
That is- I
Alba
didn't say
getting
the word
upset
wisdom tooth. You
because
said wisdom
Debo.
tooth.
because who
You
was
know the
talking
video
about him?
don't lie.
Because who's not cute? Um I can't think of no brothers that's not cute.
Debo.
I'm glad you don't think so, Jamal.
I'm just
I told
saying.
him I was gonna tell you.
And you know what? Debo is
Sleep last
is,
night.
is
girl.
I was
prone,
waiting
Tossing
to
and
get
turning.
prone to taking
You didn't tell
shots,
that one.
and he knows
Told him I was-
that I will.
Hey, right. Me and Clark was like, ooh.
I mean, let me be clear.
Kids in trouble.
It's
You
okay.
gonna get
Yeah, you
it.
go get it.
It's okay. It's okay. Because Debo know I will dust the dirt off him.
I told him.
Yes, I do.
Both
Yes, I do.
orally
You gonna
and
rip
physically.
You gonna rip him a whole other one.
I will knock the
I don't
dirt
know
off
a
this
woman.
Negro. And
I don't know a
so,
woman who
you
is
know,
hard as
and let
Michelle.
me be clear. I had no problem with bros
She
thinking
let
I'm
you play
I'm
him when
thick.
She hit you like that. That's
'Cause-
a play one.
Hey,
Get him.
it ain't. I don't have
There's any
to.
aggression
I don't have
behind
to.
it, my lord.
No, you already know the aggression is always there. It doesn't go anywhere.
told him I
It
was
sits right on the surface to be pulled out as needed. But I mean, Debo's just, it's
Come
like
on, Michelle.
it's like Nietzsche, man. I'm
No,
only
it
gonna
was
get so
never-
mad.
No malicious.
It's Debo. I mean, what you want me to do?
Malicious intent.
You know,
They
it's,
told him I
was selling.
it's Debo. Nah, because I know what he did. I
Yeah.
believe it.
I told him I
But it's all good.
I didn't-
And
it wasn't
understand that
way.
payback is around the corner.
But it wasn't
when
that
you
way,
least
Michelle.
expect
I mean,
it.
he's trying to make it be something that it was
Payback
not.
is
telling you.
around.
Listen,
the
I couldn't
corner.
sleep
All
last
I was
night.
saying. All I was saying.
You shouldn't have
let me
said
be
it.
clear. No.
Nah.
All I was saying.
Nah,
Because I
Nah.
don't remember. How do we get on the Nell Carter?
nah.
Because we was talking about who I liked, and I said I like the show Give Me a Break, and I like Nell Carter on Give Me a Break,
I said, so you like full-figured women?
and I said she's built like a wisdom tooth, and then you said
Why would you say that part is built like a wisdom tooth?
Now, see, all I was saying
Stupid.
was that you were full-figured.
Nah,
Michelle.
nah,
I was not saying you
nah.
were built like the wisdom.
Are
tooth
men
came out of his mouth.
full figured?
I
What we
guess I
call
could
you?
be.
belly up,
What we call you?
Fat?
75% body fat. That's what we call it.
You know, again, see, I'm gonna just tell you, and,
Man,
and,
you
and
don't even
smart
know I'm
brothers,
giving you a pass right now.
smart brothers know to
Hey,
to
I've
not
been
go
giving you
here.
pass.
But you know, then it's y'all. But smart brothers know, hey, don't even go
Hey, man,
there.
what was that?
But
what was
but
that,
then you special
what was
brothers.
that juice you was drinking for you?
That's okay. That's all right.
You talking about me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he tried to get at you.
I'm
What was
not
that
drinking no
juice you
juice.
was drinking for your stomach to go down?
See, for your stomach to go down.
So, the same juice that you should have drunk, but I guess you decided not to put it to your lips.
Trust me, you
I guess-
were definitely not a walking billboard for it.
Hey, well, I mean, I can tell you this: you walk
Jermaine,
around looking like a
Jermaine,
billboard
why is you feeding into this?
because I got jokes all day.
Dude, no, but dude, come on now, be smarter. This man lives in Petty. He lives, in fact, he's the mayor of Pettyville.
Oh, Pettyville.
He is so ridiculous. He likes stirring the pot, throwing the ball, hiding his hand. I mean, come on, Jay.
Yeah.
Don't you know, and I hear keep
Clark,
telling
call
you
me
to
Mr. Haney.
don't take the bait.
What's up?
Debo,
Right.
Debo is so raggedy. It's just not even funny. Just raggedy. Yeah. Oh,
See?
now you
Yeah,
go.
now you won't
Well,
leave
just
after
know,
you do
bruh,
it
When I say I'm gonna burn you like like a drunk uncle at a barbecue grill,
again.
I'm gonna burn you, baby.
Barbecue chicken.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Barbecue.
All right, somebody's on the phone. Let's go to the phone line. I can't even get a show out this morning. Hey, caller, what's happening? Hello.
Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Angela. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
I'm good. I'm good.
That's good. So, now, I'm having a situation that I understand that you said you didn't read a lot of your texts that were sent to you, but I'm seriously needing your help. I need you to contact me like yesterday. because this is a very urgent matter that I need to discuss with you. So I don't know if you're going to call me or not, but please, I'm begging you to call me because I need your help, Michelle. So would you please call me sometime today? Or if I'm going to get out, I'll come up there and talk to you if you have time.
No, I got a meeting right after the show here at the station. I'll give you a call.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. Stupid. Uh, it's another caller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just say this, y'all. And I'm gonna say this as chill and as nice as I can. Um, I certainly appreciate that people reach out to me for a variety of issues. And I'm cool with that because, I'm fairly well resourced. If I don't have the answer, I know how to get the answer, try to track it down. Um, but I do always want to remind people, y'all, this is my day every day. And even on Sunday, on Saturday at 10 o'clock at night, it does not matter. When people have situations, they call me every day, all day. And in the midst of burying a loved one, taking care of another, elderly family member, in which, you know, we the primary caregivers for at this point, who has, medical stuff going on, and life itself. I just need people to sometimes just think about the fact that I'm not going to always be available. That there are things that go on with me that I have to take care of for me, that I have to take care of for my family and for my household. So these are not slights. I'm not ignoring people, but I just ask people sometimes to think about it and put yourself in the position of people that do public service. I think about Vaughn all the time. I worry about Vaughn all the time. You know, um, I have seen Vaughn go from slim to heavy. Like I've gone from slim to heavy. Like I've seen people who wear themselves out because they don't eat right. They always on the go for other people. They breaking their back trying to make sure other folks have, and they don't take care of themselves. And before you know it, they are gone. Keon was like that. Come hell or high water, he was gonna make sure that food was out there every Wednesday. I think it was Wednesdays for the community. He was trying to figure out how to do this. He was trying to figure out how to do that. He was trying to figure out how to have an Atkinson, um, reunion get together. He was trying to figure out how to do stuff for his family. And Keon frequently never slowed down to take care of Keon for real. And so I just need people to keep that in mind, that when you calling on people, particularly somebody who gets a lot of calls, sometimes y'all got to cut them some slack. And sometimes you may have to try to figure out if this is something I can resolve on my own. Because when I say my phone ring on Sunday like it's Monday, that I don't never get a day off. I'll never get a day off. I can be on vacation and be trying to help solve issues for people, because unfortunately, people in our community don't have enough places to go where they feel like they can get reliable help, or people that's going to honestly try to figure it out and not blow them off. But I need to say that though, because I don't want people's feelings hurt or, offended if you don't get a quick turnaround from me or from other people that, that try to be of assistance and aid to people. There's all kind of elected officials that should be able to help y'all, even though way too many of them are non-responsive or not responsive enough, or actually just quite frankly be on BS and don't do their damn job. But I just need y'all to make sure you keep that in perspective, that I get called 7 days a week. I get called. There were people call me at 5 a.m. in the morning trying to catch me before I get on the radio. I can't even take a shower. I can't get out the shower. I can't get a cup of coffee. Folks are texting and calling. And, sometimes it's just, hey, did you see the story? Did you see this? Did you look at this? And that stuff, yeah, I appreciate all of that because people are trying to make sure I'm informed so that I can make sure that the community is informed. But other times I'm looking at people sometimes like, fam, can I go to the bathroom before my phone start jumping off the hook? And I know what you need is important, but can I take a shower? And I want y'all to take this in the vein that I mean it because I don't mind helping. And I'm here for that. I'm built for that, quite frankly. I like that. But just understand when you're doing it all day, every day, you're going to get behind on some stuff. You may not get the calls. There are days I just have to turn my phone off and just walk away, y'all. And some of the stories is always so heartbreaking. People are really in trouble in our community. Imagine being the person that carries all of that. Because it's almost like people call you and they dump all their stuff in you. You got to help figure it out. And then, people able to go about their way, but you carrying all of that. So y'all got people in y'all family. That's the go-to. That's the person in the family who help people, who figure it out, who lend everybody money, who got something on it, who coming to get you. Just remember that. That if everybody uses that person in that way, y'all run that person down. So this is not a don't call me. That's not what this is. I'm just asking you sometimes to give people grace if they're not as quick to get to you as they can, because trust me, it's at least 10 to 15 of y'all in line. And sometimes you have to prioritize what you're hearing at that moment, because I got people saying, no, I'm outside right now. I don't have no food for my child in this exact moment, and they have not eaten in 2 days now. So you're going to prioritize what you do first. And then there are days when you're done doing all of that, you go home and you sit down in a chair and you go to sleep and you pass out, and somebody in the house throw a blanket over you and leave you sleep in the chair overnight because you're too tired to even go upstairs and go to bed. So it doesn't mean don't call me. Always call me. I'll never want nobody to be in help. To be in a situation and need some help. And if I can help, I will figure it out. But please always remember, y'all not the only ones calling. We got a city that's in crisis. Jay, you want to say something before we go to break? Don't call you.
Call 911.
No, I don't need you to call 911.
Don't call me.
Because I don't always like how people, show up sometimes. But I'm just telling people, like, I just need y'all to keep that in mind. Let me take a break. I'll be right back.
Clear.
Emily, welcome back to the show. Say Something Real with Michelle Bryant. Let me go to the phone line. I had a caller held through the break, so let me get them in. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Oh man, I forgot I was on hold.
You know what? Don't call here playing with me.
I wasn't. I was in. Hey, I was on the highway with my thoughts.
You know what? You ain't had a thought in 10 years. I'm not trying to hear this.
You be thinking, you be like, I wonder if my pay through go through this week for my bill. What's coming up next?
You know what? I don't have time for you.
With no sound. No sound.
So raggedy.
Hey,
what you want, man?
Let me tell you.
What?
I'm gonna tell you how raggedy Ice is though. Here,
okay.
man, they swoop. This place is called Zips, right? It's like a food chain. It's like a bar slash like a Dave and Buster's kind of thing without the video game stuff.
Okay.
A lot of TVs. Man, they came and took the servers, the Amigos, and the pack.
Wait, this is in Phoenix?
15, yeah, to my 15 restaurants. They went all at one time. Scottsdale, Phoenix, Southside, further spots. Man, they went all at one time.
What? When was this? Over the weekend?
Man, this was yesterday, last night.
And so, okay, so they went into these chain restaurants in different places, just snatching people up out of there.
Man, listen. Google AZ News, Google Zip Restaurants, Ice. How about that one?
Okay.
And it was 15 different locations, and they went in and took. We talking about like prime time. We talking about like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh.
I'm talking about everybody. Loading them up.
Arizona?
Okay, I'm looking for the story now.
It's called Zip, ZIPP.
Oh, yep, I just pulled it up. Okay. Homeland Security raids Zip Sports Grills across the valley. Several employees detained. Okay, I pulled it up. I'm gonna check it out.
It's more than several. They low grading it, man. You talking about each store like 15, 20 people each.
So I mean, what is it like a store? I mean, like just known for hiring Hispanic Latino people? Like, why do you think they were targeted?
Somebody must have tipped them off because that's like a white folks place. You know, it ain't like a bunch of Migos on it.
But I mean, like in terms of who you think may be working there.
Man, Migos. I never been, but obviously somebody tipped them off and said, "Hey, that's who doing the what is it, the in the back cooking and the people who are the servers and the bus boys."
Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Because you start saying stuff like Maricopa County up there, and you start looking sideways at people like, "What's going on?" So
yeah. Well, Maricopa is the whole county, really. So what they did is just went and went to all of them. It's 15 different locations they went to.
Because they said search warrants were, quote, a part of a criminal investigation into felony violations of federal law.
No, it was ICE.
It was ICE.
They showed them. Yeah, they was protesting. People next to one-on-one that I know, they were working out, and they all start coming out, start going right at him.
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm looking at the pictures, man. This is wild.
Wild. You be like, what? You went to a food chain restaurant and start grabbing folks? People, and they telling people like, we have small ranches, they call ranch market. They more like a save-a-lot but ran by the Mexicans. They said don't even go to work if you ain't right.
But it seems like it don't matter if you're right. I mean, if you look a certain way, they still messing with you. Everybody getting caught up. That's why they said all the businesses was closing down in Minneapolis because, American citizens getting pulled into this mess.
And who finna be walking around with their Social Security card?
Literally, they asking people for their papers. Literally asking people like this is, South Africa apartheid or, after slavery, during slavery, show me your papers. They literally are asking people for paperwork. And in some cases, people have presented the paperwork saying I'm an American citizen and their paperwork being their driver's license. Some people have had their passport. And they still got taken down, still got taken into custody and detained for hours. Just because they could.
I seen this thing on Facebook where they got a lot of ICE people, and they show what they not their background, show what they do for their regular work.
Yeah.
Man, you got all kind of people. You got regular doctors, Migos. You got. I see some black people. I see some sisters being ICE. Sister.
Because I know I've seen some brothers. I haven't seen any sisters, but I do believe I've seen this one site because they were like talking about ever since the girl from the NAACP who used to be over a chapter of the NAACP got arrested for going up in that church because the pastor was the head of the ICE community, you know, in that community, and she's a pastor herself, and she went to confront him like, man, how you standing up in here in this pulpit preaching this, and then you out in the streets doing what you doing? So
out in the streets.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look for that.
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm not. You ain't gotta look for it. I'm gonna send it right to you, fam.
Make sure you do.
Right. I'm sending it to you as we speak because you be like, man, these people is regular people. Like these are their side jobs.
And I mean, when you think about, like I said, they did $50,000 signing bonuses. These people are making six figures. This is like one of the best paid jobs in the federal government right now. So
that one lady said, yeah, I'm a practitioner. I make $200 and some thousand. I can record whatever I want to. And that ICE dude said, oh, I make what you make. I'm gonna make that in a brief moment. I just sent to you. Check that out. It say Agents Unmasked.
All right, I'm gonna look for it. All right, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Man, this is so crazy. All right, look, and I'm glad, because people have been checking in from around the country, talking about what's happening in their respective communities that's not being put on the news. It's not making national news, but he's right. He just sent it to me, and it says it's a site called ICE Agents Unmasked, and they show let me see, Omar Azario. He's a program supervisor for DHS, civil employment. So here's a black man, DHS Deputy Assistant Director for Maryland, ICE agent. Okay, I'm gonna have to go on this site and check it out because they got all of them on here. This is crazy. Speaking of ICE, let me say this. Yesterday, the phones were ringing off the hook. People were calling saying that they were getting reports that ICE was getting ready to surge in Wisconsin. That we know that ICE agents have already been in the state. We know that there are facilities that are in play already, northwest side of Milwaukee. But people were saying that they were hearing that ICE agents were booking upwards to 100 rooms at a local hotel chain. And so the Journal Sentinel, not immune from hearing what's going on the streets, had an article in the paper early this morning. Milwaukee officials, advocates say rumors of ICE surge are unverified. And just real quick, because I know people that are listening to the show, they hit me about it as well yesterday. As the Trump administration's immigration crackdown in nearby Minnesota continues, unverified rumors that federal agents are moving into Wisconsin have proliferated on social media. Local political and community leaders said there is no evidence as of yet that it is true. We have no solid indication. ICE is about to surge into the city. Jeff Fleming, a spokesman for Mayor Johnson's office, told the Journal Sentinel, every week we hear rumors about some inevitable deployment, but none of those rumors have come to fruition. The county exec said that he's spoken with staff at the Milwaukee Police Department and the county sheriff's office. Neither agency has heard anything from any federal agency up until this point about a major enforcement operation in the city. Local immigrants' rights groups that work to confirm ICE arrests are asking people to pause before sharing rumors online and to realize that chatter adds to fear in immigrant communities. But they also want people to be prepared and vigilant, recognizing ICE agents are continually operating in the Milwaukee area, mostly making targeted arrests of individuals. So the hotel rumor. One widely spread rumor claims that ICE booked rooms at a Hilton hotel in downtown Milwaukee, implying that it is part of a buildup of agents for a large-scale crackdown. The post appeared on Facebook, Threads, and elsewhere. A physician, Kristen Lyerly, a Democrat who ran for the 8th District, Congressional District in Northeast Wisconsin, joined in repeating the hotel rumor in a post that she put out. And she deleted the post hours later after pushback, said in a statement she deleted the post after she spoke to a local leader and it became clear that there wasn't enough evidence to support it. Those who say they have debunked the hotel rumor include folks from Parent Voices de la Frontera, Daryl Morin of Forward Latino, Emilio De Torre of Milwaukee Turners, and State Rep Ryan Clancy. Others on social media have claimed to have spotted U.S. immigration or ICE agents in public spaces, and they have inside information about an upcoming major operation in Wisconsin. So I'm gonna just tell people, because like I said, I got the calls, both asking me about it, had I heard it, had I seen it on social media, and calls actually putting me on that people were getting information that this may be happening. It is, as far as I'm concerned, inevitable that ICE shows up in a major way in our community. Now, we know that Trump has taken a tone of moderation right now, given the most recent shooting of Alex Pratt. But that won't last because, he don't have the bandwidth to be empathetic and compassionate for any extended period of time. That will not last. So the Know Your Rights page and resources that the city put out. But again, people, you need to start thinking about how you engage. Do you need to carry ID with you that you traditionally hadn't carried? I don't carry my passport with me. Do I need to start carrying that in addition to my driver's license? What is the plan? Jermaine lives alone. Now, while everybody may call in and check with Jermaine, there's nobody at the house that if Jermaine don't show up at the house at 10 o'clock, somebody gonna be like, why do they at home? So to be able to put certain things in place to just say, look, we got a system, we got to check in about, how we conduct ourselves during this time frame. I'm asking everybody to think about that. And there will be people that will poo-poo it and, oh, come on, Michelle. No, I'm asking you to think about this. When the Black family in Minnesota says we in the wrong place at the wrong time, driving our car, got a 6-month-old baby in the back, and ICE throws a canister underneath the car, and all of this toxic fumes, gets in the air and almost kills their baby body shutting down. They got to perform CPR on a 6-month-old child. You don't have to be looking for it. It can find you. So while I'm not going to spread rumors, I'm going to tell people you need to honestly be thinking about how you choose to respond. One of the other things I want to say about ICE real quick, there have been a number of stories that have come out about the NBA responding to ICE attacks and the Players Association being very, very vocal in some of their, condemnation of the Alex Pretty shooting, Renee Good shooting. Again, I hate that the young brother, Keith Porter's name is not, a name that's frequently coming up in many of these conversations. But just to be clear, there were a number of people that are, Tyrese Halliburton, latest athlete to speak out against ICE agents following the second shooting in Minnesota of Alex Pretty. Tyrese put on his social media page, Alex Pretty was murdered. The Basketball Association, Players Association, paying more attention to what's going on. And there were fans that reacted to Halliburton's statement. Some people said, Tyrese Halliburton stand for life. The first NBA player to speak out on what's happening. Other fans, said something to him. Always respected you as a player. Happy to respect you as a man. Thank you for this. The world needs more leaders. Tyrese Halliburton is everything a star should be off the court. Somebody else posted. So you're going to get those people, but you're also going to get the shut up and dribble people too. I know I posted something on my Facebook page in which I showed the picture of the ICE agent standing over Alex Preddy before he pulls his trigger, and I just put the sentence out there. Does any of these people look like they fearing for their life? And of course, somebody chimed in and said that, don't put yourself in them situations and you don't have this stuff happen to you. Like that's some kind of acceptable answer for you killing an unarmed man who posed no threat to you. And the way people will rationalize this in their mind is scary to me, because you got all kind of people trying to defend what they saw or just outright lie about it. Mike Johnson, another person, twisting himself in knots trying to figure out how to support the Trump administration. And let me just say this real quick before I go to the phone line, because my son called me and he said, "Hey, Ma," he said, "did you hear this mess about Donald Trump and the weather service?" I said, "No, what you talking about?" So Jake Tapper on CNN reported a story that talked about Homeland Security officials advising FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, to avoid using the word ICE as they continue to update the public on major upcoming winter storms, so as not to encourage the comparisons to ICE agents, quipping another incredibly idiotic story, is what Tapper said. But that they literally, when they were trying to describe the weather conditions that motorists and people are going to be facing, Donald Trump's administration told FEMA that they had to use the term freezing rain instead of saying that it's going to be ice on these roads and y'all need to be careful, because he was worried about people taking on an even additionally negative connotation about ICE, the enforcement agents. So think about that. If you tell people it's going to be ice on the roads, everybody know what to do in that situation. They understand icy roads, how you got to drive. If you tell people freezing rain, that's something that people may not all the way go through and connect to. Okay, the ice, the roads are going to be slippery, da, 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 da. But the fact that these people would put individual safety at risk because you worry about a PR situation for a unit that is raggedy all day, every day. So instead of having people be honest with people, we got icy roads out here. No, you got to tell them, per the Trump administration, we have freezing rain. Does anybody see the problem with this level of government overreach by the Trump administration? You are literally trying to control what people say about the weather. Remember when Donald Trump was drawing Sharpies around stuff and the weather Bureau was like, "No, that's not true. What you saying? That didn't happen." And Trump, tried to lie, make it seem like it did. So I just wanted people to know, if you hadn't heard that, he directed the weather folks to say freezing rain, not icy roads. Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening? You can't make it up.
This is Dion. How are all of you doing today?
I'm good, Dion. How you doing this morning?
I'm well. Since you brought that up, I distinctly remember yesterday morning watching the local news here, and the weather lady said to the other two, behind the desk, now it was the river. They were showing the river. What river? I forgot which one. She's like, "Do you see what that is?" They're like, "What is it?" They're like, she said, "Do you see what that is?" One of them said ice, and she said yes. So she avoided from saying it. And I just thought about that when you said what you said. So the weather person didn't say it. One of the other broadcast people said the word.
Well, yeah, that's
And it was yesterday morning, and she distinctly said 2 or 3 times because they couldn't get. I mean, it's like, hey, it's ice, but she did not say the word, and they said it for her.
well, I just like I said, I hadn't seen this piece. I was completely taken aback when my son said it. He was
Yeah,
like, "No, ma, this is making the rounds. You need to look at it. That
yeah,
this man is putting people in harm's way because you
yeah,
don't want the weather forecaster saying stuff that everybody understands. I
yeah, and
understand the icy
yeah,
road. I
right,
understand that.
yeah. And when she asked him the question, they was kind of looking like, "Why are you asking me that?" And so they said the word, and she said yes. So your son, I mean,
Mm,
he telling the truth. It's out there.
all right.
Wow.
All right, have a good day.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
I'm just saying, yeah. And so, like I said, this made CNN. This made now. Once he told me about it, and he literally just mentioned this to me this morning. So when he told me about it, I went quickly, did the cursory Google search. It came up everywhere.
So
It
we,
came up
so
everywhere.
we can't say
That
ice cream no more.
I mean, you can't say ice cream no more.
I'm serious.
Um, you know what? I didn't even get to say good morning to everybody. I just thought about that when I said that. When I heard your voice, hey Clark.
How you doing?
Man, I just realized that. Getting thrown off by Debo and his, you know, attacks on women. But anyway, um, let me also say one other quick thing about ICE, or ICE Connected. So there was a story that came out about a guy who is the CEO and founder of Harmony Investment Group, okay, which is a healthcare investment firm. And uh, he, and let me just see if I can pull the story real quick. I had it up, but he had to resign. Now, you the CEO, bless you. You the CEO of your company and founder of this company. Um, but he is at a event and is recorded. So his name is Jaden Scott, the founder and CEO of Harmony Investment Group, based out of Troy, Michigan, a private healthcare investment firm. He announced his resignation on LinkedIn back on January 10th, following a viral video which he confronted an anti ICE protester in Minnesota. So he's from Michigan. His company is based in Michigan. He's over in Minnesota confronting anti ICE protesters. And he yelled out to, and it's caught on video. After Renee Good was killed, he yelled out, "We executed one of you yesterday," and called the protesters terrorists. He said something else to the effect of, "And we gonna kill more of y'all." Like you the CEO and founder of this healthcare investment company, but you had a protest going after anti-ICE protesters, and you literally say we executed one of y'all's yesterday. So the videos went viral. The videos were everywhere. There are companies that were doing business with this guy, and we know what happened, like with what's the pizza company? Uh Papa John's. After the dude made the racial slur, you own Papa John's, you founded Papa John's. Um, he had to resign and fall back from some of the major duties of running Papa John's because the lashback was so real about the racial slur that, it was like this business gonna go under. So the board of directors is like, bro, you gotta go of a company you founded. But then what can they do? They can always find one of us to come to the rescue. Because who came to the rescue of the CEO at Papa John's aid? Shaquille O'Neal. And when everybody was in an uproar about the racial slur, Shaquille O'Neal is out hawking Papa John pizza. I'm an investor. Give these people a chance. The NFL, blackballs Colin Kaepernick, puts him out, and ignoring all the racist foolishness, and they find somebody to come through and help him out with messaging. Jay-Z, I'll calm down the beast. I'll have Kendrick Lamar do a dance for him and shut him up. I'm just saying they can always find some help from one of us when these conversations need to be had. So I'm telling people all the time, I'm looking at comments on Facebook. Pay attention to how you express your frustration, what it is you say, because depending on where you work, what you do, some of this stuff can have unintended consequences. Now, I'm going to tell you, whatever I say, I stand out. And whatever happened is just what happened. But everybody's not in that position. So be conscientious, be deliberate, be thoughtful about the way you are engaging around these frustrating issues that make you literally want to blow your lid. I get it. But because of the way social media is today, you sitting in a job interview, somebody is Googling your name while you sitting there talking. And when they show you the door, you don't understand what happened as you got pushed out the door because you don't know who the company is and their, owners' beliefs or backgrounds necessarily always. You don't know who the individual is that's interviewing you always, their beliefs and backgrounds. So I'm just going to say this. As you are posting about this stuff, as you are videotaping, reacting to everything that you do, please be deliberate and be thoughtful and be able to stand whatever heat comes with the way you talk about it. All right, I got to take a break, y'all. I'll be right back. Michelle Bryant, WNOV, 860 AM, 106.5 FM. When we come back, I got to get to a couple of things that have been just disturbing me in relationship to a recent settlement by Google and the CDC under the Trump administration was getting ready to go to Africa, West Africa, so that they could do some studies of the hepatitis B vaccine on infants in this black country in Western Africa. And doctors and everybody, medical professionals from around the world was like, you must be out your mind. And so I'll talk about that. I'll be right back. All right, family, welcome back to the show. Before I went to the break, I had two callers, so let me get them in real quick. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Good morning, Michelle. How are you?
I'm good. How are you this morning?
I just want to say I appreciate you. Give you your flowers while you're still living. Yes, I'm one that wants you on the radio 5 days a week for 4 hours, but I do appreciate you and respect your time, and thank you for everything that you do with the community and for us.
No, thank you so much. I appreciate that. She said 4 hours a day. You got look, hang up on her right now.
No, Michelle.
I'm kidding.
I got a question about this ICE. Yesterday was about the post office. Today is about, so if our ancestors said, keep working in the fields, keep getting beat up, don't run away, y'all. Just let the slave, because we scared of the slave catchers. You're saying that would have been okay. Because I have a huge problem if I got to go around with my pay stub, a decal pay stub on my car, or show my license and things like that to the modern day slave catchers when they should not have this much authority over us as U.S. citizens. I'm risking my son going to school every day, you're saying, because ICE has so much power, they could just run up in these schools and take kids away.
I mean,
they could just come up in our homes and go through the doors without any warrants. And your message is just comply, stay in your lane, call and check on folks. That's like that's setting us back 200 years, Michelle. And I'm just surprised that your commentary was about just stay low, keep your head out the way because they coming, y'all.
That's not my commentary. But what I did say is that you need to have a plan to be able to check on one another as we see these things ramping up in cities around the country. So that was number one. The other thing I said is that I've had to think about whether or not, because I only carry my driver's license, do I need to carry my passport? Should I be stopped or have to interact with somebody? But even doing that has not kept people safe. I said that as well. So one of the things I'm going to say is this, and I said this when Attorney Mark Thompson was in the studio, and I'll say it again. We know that as citizens of this country, we are supposed to be afforded all kinds of rights.
Due diligence, yes.
But in the heat of the moment, when things are happening, I know that we've also told Black folks, do what you got to do to stay alive and get out of the situation, and then go back and sue people where you have to, go back and fight it, go back and try to get people fired. So I'm always I'm going to have two approaches to all of this, where I can diffuse a situation so that I get to walk away. My son gets to walk away. My husband is not killed at a scene. So we can come back later and fight this in court, sue them. So like you asking me about my passport, while it's an indignation, and I am upset about it, I understand the moment. It's just like when we talk to our kids when they get in the car and they get stopped by the police. We know what their rights are.
If we're having this moment where we're just supposed to comply and allow them to run in our schools,
I didn't say just comply. I said,
when will it end? It's nothing if nobody speaks up. If no one speaks up or protests some kind of way, when will it end? They're just going to gain more power.
I did not say don't do those things. Okay. But I'm also saying do what you got to do to survive the moment. Alex Preddy is dead. They did not give a dang about this man not being nonviolent, about this man standing up for his rights. I'm just asking you to do what you got to do to survive the moment. I'm not telling you don't talk back. I'm not telling you don't stand up for yourself. But I need you to be able to walk out of that situation so we can go after these people in ways that we can shut down agencies and departments. You being dead on the sidewalk like Alex Preddy, even though this is going to be, I think, a game changer in the way, they've been going into these communities, and Trump trying to take a different tone, at least for these first 5 minutes. It's the same advice we give our kids every day. When we put our young Black, particularly our young Black sons, out on these roads with their first driver's license, we tell them, you do what you got to do to get out that situation. So
I just think the way that they're handling now with no immunity, a normal person could be driving up and down the street and could be the next Alex Preddy or Nicole Good. And it just has to stop.
It does have to stop. And we're going to fight it. But we're going to do it. We need to do it as a group. just you on your own trying to fight it in that moment is not going to necessarily move the needle for anybody other than, like you said, now in martyrdom. But please don't never confuse my
what my ancestors did. They didn't stay on the field and keep working.
No. That's not true. Because we had people that played different roles. During the Montgomery bus boycott, people kept going to work in them white folks' houses and cleaning up and taking their crap so that they could have money to fund the movement. People, was giving rides. People were doing other things. We all got roles to play. It's not all or nothing. And I want
Michelle,
you to stay focused on that.
I love you, Michelle.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
All right, now.
Go ahead, tear this keyboard up.
Go ahead, babe. Go ahead. Have a good day at work. But yeah, y'all, look, don't confuse it. Don't get it twisted. I am never for letting anybody disrespect me. I am never for letting anybody disrespect Black folks. And that's why she said it will surprise you if I'm telling you to be, complicit. What I'm asking you to do is to survive the moment. Survive the moment. I think about young Isaiah Taylor being in the back of a squad car on his own at 13, 14 years old. I forgot how old that baby was, 15 when it happened. He had to do what he had to do to survive the moment. Then you live to go in the house and get your mama and then get your mama to fight for you and make sure that this case works its way through the system and find attorneys that will fight for you. I just need y'all to survive the moment. And you can be just like the sister I said, former NAACP president of a local chapter who goes into a church, and she says, we went to service at this church. We didn't disrupt the service. We prayed with the people. We heard the sermon. At the end of the service, she stood up and asked the pastor a question. How can you be the pastor of this church and also be doing what you're doing out here in the community with ICE? And then some of the members, got loud. Then some of her people got loud. Then it turned into a thing. But when she got arrested, and I talked about Donald Trump put out a meme of her with tears crying down her face and looking all, remorseful and pitiful. And she was like, and everybody that knows her, including her lawyer, was like, that's not what happened. They lying. She walked out of there head held high. I watched the exchange because one of the the agents recorded it that came to arrest her. She could have turned herself in. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to make a spectacle out of her. And she was putting parameters down as somebody who understands the law about how she was being taken into custody. And then they started grabbing on her to turn her around and put the handcuffs on her. But you got to be able to get out of these moments. It's like when Black folks, we need to strap up and go do this and go this. Y'all, whatever strapping up y'all do, it's not the firepower of the police department. It's not the firepower of the National Guard. Now, I'm not going to tell you don't respond, but I'm going to tell you all the time to be smart. I need you to honestly look around and assess your situation. Am I outnumbered? Do I die today? And some folks will be okay with dying, and that's fine. Yeah. It's things like Martin Luther King said, if you don't have something you're willing to die for, you don't really have a life worth living. Everybody, if I ask you, and I say, think hard about it. On the count of 3, is there something that you're willing to die for? 1, 2, 3. Some of y'all said, my kids, my wife, my spouse, my life. Most people have something that if they pressed on it, they're willing to die for. I just need you to decide if this moment is worth me dying for. Y'all know I love Ali Sadiq, the comedian. And he talked about being in a Walmart parking lot and he was waiting on his parking spot and his young brother cut him off, took the parking spot and just acted real wild and jiggy with him. And he said his daughter later down the road in another conversation was like, yeah, you scary. You didn't even do nothing to this dude who took your parking space. And then later on down the road, Ali Sadiq is at his daughter's house and somebody tries to break into his daughter's house. And Ali Sadiq goes after this cat, got him outside at gunpoint, tell her go call the police. And later he says to his daughter, remember when you was clowning me about the interaction at Walmart and I was a punk and I wasn't going to do nothing? He said, a parking space is not worth me dying for. You are worth me dying for. And I'm a felon on paper with a firearm I'm not supposed to have. You are worth me dying for. That's all I'm asking people to do is assess the moment. Is this moment and this issue worth dying for? Because we got a bigger fight. Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening? Hello?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, looking at society today, a lot of people say, is it America? Yes, this has been America. How they treat us and how these other people are being treated, killed, beat down. If you look back how Martin Luther King was beat down. I remember when I was in high school, I went to Madison High School here in Milwaukee. We had to fight, get to school. If we didn't get there on a regular school bus, the white folks didn't want us. So out there, so we had to fight for an education. And then getting older, being down in Mississippi, Philadelphia, Mississippi, heading into Meridian, run into Ku Klux Klan with their hoods on having a rally. You know, this is America. And us people of color have to learn as kings, stick together. You can't do it by yourself. You've got to be collaborating together as a people to fight these matters. We have a administration in there now that cares nothing about none of us but himself. And if we don't come together as a people and stand strong and do what's right for us, this is just not, hadn't started before King. This has been going on when my daddy was born in 1919 and my grandfather in the 1800s. We've been fighting for our rights and they've been taken from us. And we here today still fighting the same fight. But I mean, we have a better life in a sense, but we fight in the same fight. But if we never fought, we wouldn't be where we are today. So we got to keep fighting.
Absolutely. You know, I'm just telling people we're going to be strategic how we fight. That's all I'm saying. We're going to be strategic how we fight. But yes, sir, we on the same page. Absolutely.
Amen.
Thank you, Bird. I appreciate that call and those words. Let me get my next caller. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Good morning, Queen Sister.
Ghost, what's going on, bro? How you doing this morning?
Hey, I don't know if y'all got caller ID and can see my last name, but it looks and it sounds Hispanic.
We can't.
Okay, well, it does. It is actually French.
Okay.
Because we chopped sugar cane for the French down in Louisiana.
Got you.
So, and they took my name and they gave us their French last name. Okay, and it can easily be confused with a Latino or Hispanic last name. Having realized that, and I live with Mexicans, and having realized that, and I've seen ICE patrolling up and down my block, I carry not just an ID card with me, not just my driver's license with me, not just my social security card with me, I carry my birth certificate with me. Because they would tell me, we don't care about your social security card. It may be fake. But my birth certificate, okay, it is from New Orleans, Louisiana. It's a little card. When all this crap started, I ordered it, and they sent it to me within 7 days. So if your name sounds or looks Hispanic, they don't really care how you look, your complexion. If you are living or working anywhere near Latino people, they coming for me, and I'm going to be ready.
So, I mean, but how do you feel, you know, to the point of the caller who was like, look, this is illegal. You shouldn't have to, as an American citizen, be walking around having people ask you for your papers. What do you say to that?
I accept what it is, not what I wish it was. What it is that we are now living in a Nazi Gestapo state. They are killing their own. They're killing the white people. And so you know what they'll do to me. You know, I'm a light-skinned brother. A lot of people confuse me for Puerto Rican. And my name is similar to theirs. So, and ICE is all over the South Side. They riding around in tinted out black cars. You can't even see in the cars. And I see Latinos running from them out my window. So, when I come outside, I got to come outside and go to the store and do my business. They are eventually going to detain me. And I'm going to be prepared. And I want to be strategic exactly the way you suggest we be. I got 8 grandkids. They're not shooting me. I got my birth certificate with me. And if that ain't good enough, do what you got to do then.
All right. Thank you, bro. I appreciate the call. Like I said, it's not easy. It's not easy. And we suffer indignities every day. Every day. And people are trying to maintain their humanity. You're trying to maintain your rights. But even the conversation about the Second Amendment, and I talked about Keith Porter, the brother that was shot in California by an off-duty ICE agent. You can't be a black man outside shooting off a gun. In celebration of New Year's Eve. It results in loss of life. Black people conceal carry permits not treated the way white folks conceal carry permits are treated. Don't nobody care or assume that we have a Second Amendment right to carry a firearm. So even though we got open carry in this state, we got all these other things that are available to us, it's many black people understand when they move around with their firearm, it opens you up to a degree of harm that it does not open up necessarily for white folks. You put in a different situation, even though your stuff is legal.
Yeah.
Jay, you want to say something?
Yeah, that's true. Knowing that this state is an open carry state and that you don't need license to open carry, I'm real cautious with that because me having a gun, walking out here, and the police pull up, it's automatic. Hey, what you doing? And it's questions. It's antennas go up. But if a white person is walking around with the gun, it just seems like, man, that the temperature.
Like you said, Kyle Rittenhouse could come with a gun
Yeah.
and was able to walk freely around with this gun strapped across, this rifle strapped across him. And I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't mention it, but this was a great segue for me to be able to do that. We are getting ready for an upcoming gubernatorial election in the fall. I'm looking to see what some of these leaders who are trying to be governor, what kind of statements are being put out about ICE. Because Tom Tiffany, who is currently a sitting member of Congress, who is the Republican lead candidate running for governor on the Republican side of the ticket, he stood up at an event that he was at when asked about the Minneapolis video and said, "Oh, I haven't seen it. And videos can be grainy. And I allow the professionals to look at it first, and then I'll weigh in." That is BS, 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 and you don't have no business being no leader of no state. Everybody understands what's happening with ICE right now. You got cell phone quality videos that's better than damn TV cameras. The way these cell phones are designed today, you can make a whole movie with a cell phone. So for Tom Tiffany to come up here with this nonsense, talking about, cell phone videos can be grainy, and I'm going to wait. And even Alex Preddy's dad, I think I heard, told him, that even though you have concealed carry, you need to be careful about where you take it and understand. When we start telling white folks you need to be careful about where you carry your gun, because it was all kind of white folks with guns when they raided the Capitol on January 6th. And this man chooses to free them, relieve them of any legal responsibility for their actions. So I just want people to know, Tom Tiffany is a coward in what he said, talking about, I'm just going to wait. This is international news. Everybody talking about it. Minnesota right across the border. It takes nothing for these people to do the same thing here in Wisconsin because we have a Democratic governor right now. Trump got a problem with Milwaukee. It takes nothing for it to happen here. And this man who wants to be the leader of this state tells us, "Oh, I haven't looked at the video. They can be grainy. I'm going to wait." You a damn coward. because you don't want to have to take a position, even though the Republican running for governor in Minnesota just withdrew from the race because of what was happening with ICE. What is his name? Chris Madell, a defense lawyer who had been running for governor of Minnesota as a Republican, said he has decided to end his campaign because he had become outraged by the Trump administration's immigration crackdown in Minneapolis. So a candidate for governor that's a Republican in Minnesota can say, I so disagree with what I see, I'm withdrawing from the race because I ain't trying to be associated with this. But you got the candidate for governor in Wisconsin, Tom Tiffany, acting like an idiot, and he's a congressman talking about, oh, I haven't seen the video. You ain't saw the video because you avoid and have to have a responsible statement that calls out the behavior of this administration. You trying to play both sides of the fence. If you getting a man or woman who's trying to be governor, who don't have the guts, the temerity, what do brothers like to say? The testicular fortitude, AKA, you know what? To be able to call a spade and tell the truth about a situation. Why do I need you to run my state? I can't stand weak men. I can't stand them. I can't stand them. But those always end up being the ones who want to lead. Donald Trump is a weak man. Individually, as an individual, he is a weak, sorry person. Move the money, move these titles, just put this dude on the street, ain't gonna bust a grape. Except with flatulence. He might, because that's all he good for. I gotta take a break. This man is running for governor of Wisconsin. If Republicans get control of every lever of government in this state, we're going to be open season in the city of Milwaukee for the kind of nonsense that's going on in Democratic cities all around this country. If Tom Tiffany too damn scared to look at a video and formulate an opinion and think for himself, why do we need him to be the governor? I got to take a break. I'll be right back. All right, family, real quick. So I was just taking a second before we went to the break. When the caller called, it made me think about Tom Tiffany, the candidate on the Republican side of the aisle who's running for governor of the state of Wisconsin, but who has decided to, as far as I'm concerned, take a cowardly approach to the Minnesota situation with ICE by saying, I haven't seen the video. Everybody, their daddy done seen the video. If you haven't seen the video, you've chosen not to see the video because then you don't want to have to make a public statement about what you've seen. Meanwhile, the gubernatorial candidate in Minnesota on the Republican side of the aisle, he pulls out. I don't know how many they have, but he's one of them. He pulls out because he was like, I don't agree with what the Trump administration is doing right now. That's his home state. He sees the direct impact. And so he's able to comment. And then somebody reminded me, Tom Tiffany, who is a constant supporter of the Second Amendment right, as a legislator, voted in 2011 that for legislation that would legalize concealed carry, another bill that loosened restrictions on transporting guns and vehicles, has argued against chipping away at the Second Amendment, arguing prosecution over new gun laws. And then he also, was said in what did he say? Oh, it was America doesn't have a gun problem. America has a crime problem. So now all of a sudden you want to talk about, well, maybe even though, you got the right to carry, you shouldn't carry in certain places at certain times. You weren't saying that mess when you was on the floor of the Wisconsin state legislature arguing for all these damn gun rights. Now all of a sudden we got to think about where we carry our gun with our Second Amendment. But that ain't been the speech all this time up until this point because you a coward. You don't want to have to answer the question honestly when people say, what do you think about what's going on in Minnesota? So then that means as a Wisconsin resident, how am I protected under Tim Tiffany's leadership? You're not. You're not. Because we already see what he's doing in Congress. Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Hey, how you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you this morning?
Doing okay. Yeah, that is something, and I'd like to ask you a question about the governor race.
Okay.
Oh, well, I've been kind of following him a little bit, but I notice every time that we have a Democratic governor, and they decide not to run again.
Mm-hmm.
They just like they sell out. I don't know if they're getting paid or what, because I put in for a pardon for a crime I done in 1980. And it wasn't no weapons involved, no nothing sexual assault, nothing like that. And I was denied a pardon, and I'm telling you, it's just. I don't know, and to be with the Mexicans, I'm not with them. I'm just, with the ones that come across here illegal, I can understand that. But the ones that come illegal, they supposed to be sent back, because if we do something, it's like I'm talking about this pardon that happened when I was 18 years old back in '80, and you can't get pardoned for that. And I don't know what's wrong with
Let me ask you a question.
Some Democrats. I really believe we do.
Let me ask you a question, if I could. So, in your pardon application, did you do it on your own, or did you have somebody help you with it?
I had legal aid, and the lady was among. I'm not gonna say, but she act like she was just didn't want me to have this. And I had to really, I had to say a few things to her, because I put in it took a year and a half to get an answer. And I put in in November, and she didn't put my paperwork in until March. And I asked her, well, why would you hold on to my paperwork this long and everything?
Because I'm going to say sometimes it's about how that pardon package is presented and who's assisting you with it. Because, let me just say this. Tony Evers has given over 1,800 pardons since he's been in office. Scott Walker wasn't giving nobody pardons. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't give not zero.
Right. And in
okay.
December, Tony Evers just gave 167 pardons. And it's a lot of us listening to the radio show that actually know people who have gotten pardons. So one of the things I'm wondering and I'm worried about is how your package of information was presented. And if that could have been part of the problem.
Yeah, because you know I like you said, Walker, he didn't pardon not nobody.
Right.
Not one person. And I voted for Evers, and looked like he should have put his voters ahead of the people that Scott Walker didn't pardon, and then start pardoning Scott Walker people. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I'm voting for him. I mean,
well, look though, when you're the governor of everybody, not just the governor of the people that voted for you.
Well, yes, you is.
And then also he is not aware that at the time that he is making the final decision, there's a panel of people that make the recommendation to Evers about who to pardon. It's not just Evers sitting back, sifting through files and deciding, oh, okay, I like what, this guy said, or he's done with his life. I like what Jermaine has done. These are coming through recommendations to make it to his desk. Right. What I'm trying to figure out is, was there any more opportunities for pardons leading up to this point? And if you've been denied a pardon, can you apply again? So I think it would be
a year and a half.
Yeah, I think it would be. And I'm trying to see, can you still, how long ago was your pardon denied, bro?
It was like about a month ago.
Okay, so relatively recently. So yeah, I would say I would apply again if that's possible, and make sure that I'm working with somebody else. There are different programs that can maybe help you look at the way your package was presented the first time and see if something got left out, something could have been added to help make the case for you. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't give up. Don't give up.
If I wasn't gonna vote no more. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I said, well, I'm not voting because I haven't. I've been I gave the lady my resume, where from back in the 80s all the way up to this point right here till I retired. That I've been working and no trouble and nothing like that, and
But
like
again, let's not give up though. Let's try it again. Let's get you connected to somebody who may be able to do a better job of presenting your information. I just got to find out if you can apply again and what that timeline is on
a year and a half. That's what
it's a year. So you're gonna miss it there.
But what's happening is this right here. I hope we get another Democratic governor.
Right.
But the thing is this right here.
So that means you got to vote. That means you got to vote.
Yeah, I was gonna give up. I ain't lying. I'm like, but I ain't gonna give up. But this is last thing I had to say.
Okay.
Now they show you all the people he did pardon, like 1,600 people, and all the people that he pardoned, they show you, and all these people you can tell by names. We can tell by names who the people is, and they tell you what these people have done. All of them sold weed to undercover cop. Almost every one of them. Almost every one of them sold weed directly to an undercover cop. Now I can't understand that, but I try to get hooked up with somebody else that, like you say, can present, because I didn't think she done a good job with and I wasn't satisfied with it, and she knew it too.
Yeah. Hang up for me. Thank you for the call. I want you to hang up though and listen, because I'm getting a couple things about there are some other programs that are out there that you may want to talk to somebody and try and take advantage of. But don't give up and vote so we can get a Democrat in here, somebody that's open to giving people a second chance.
Yeah, I ain't never failed to vote, but this just discouraged me. From 80. From 1980, you come out 40 years ago.
Yeah, it can take a long. I mean, it just look, it ain't always fair. It don't always happen when we need it to, but as long as you keep fighting for it, you got a shot at it. And so the reasons that you want it are still important. So I'm gonna let Jermaine mention this other information, maybe if he knows about it. So I want you to hang up and listen, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, bro. So Jay is going to try to get the name of this other program for me. He's on the phone, reaching out to somebody now who has benefited from it. There are other people I know, the sister Shania McLeod and them with Clean Slate. They would have, opportunities to help people to apply for their pardons. But like I said, I know people who've gotten them. I know people who have gotten them. And sometimes it's all in how the paperwork and how everything is presented, because people got to make a decision about what they see about your life. So I will just simply say that. And Jay will continue to try and work on that. And I just, if I don't get it today, I'll definitely try to have some answers tomorrow. Somebody said also have him contact Supervisor Saquana Taylor's office, but she's also State Representative Saquana Taylor. So you can do that as well. All right. I wanted to mention something real quick. We good? We got one more caller? Okay, let me get them in. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Hey, what's happening?
Not a whole lot, bro. What's going on?
Your world, to your good people up in there, Mr. Ride Out, Mr. Debo, and who you with?
Love it.
Definitely to you, Michelle. Listen, I don't know how delayed I am, but the guy that called about the pardon.
Yes.
You need to write this number down: 414-899-0128. His name is Mr. Minister Doyle Sproul.
Yep, that's him.
And he's down on, what's the barbershop down on King Drive?
Yep,
that's
him.
Actively involved in stuff.
Jeez.
Right. They do pardon conferences all the time.
That's it.
Now, just wanted to throw that in there, Michelle.
All right, listen, perfect. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I'm a Howard, so long on this, I'm gonna make it brief because I know you might try to get a couple more calls in. I'm sitting on the phone. I'm saying, as soon as you pause, I said, go to the phone line, Michelle. Go to the phone line. I'm trying to get in. So, but listen, my son. Happy birthday to my son, Rondell Howard. Just turned 24. When he was 10, 11, 12, I gave him a saying. Let me.
Yeah, no, he clapping for the baby's birthday.
Oh, yeah, I gave him a saying, and he said right to this day. He just said it to me yesterday when he hung out with his sister. What's your job, Rondell? When he get ready to walk out the door, my job is to make it home.
Yes, sir.
See,
that's my job. See? That's what I gave him. Yep. He's still telling me that today. My grandson is telling me that, and I'm gonna continue to spread that. Your job is to make it home. To that sister that called in, there's a program I want to give a shout out to Mabel Lamb. She responded on your post yesterday and said, "Watch Power." It's a documentary about policing.
Oh yeah, I saw she posted that. Yes.
If you haven't seen it, watch it, and it gives us an insight. I put it on my page yesterday, and it gives us an insight of how long it's been going, how long it started. Now check this out, Michelle. One of the key things that I got from it, when my ancestors were slaves, when we were in certain areas, I stay in Nashville right now, and my uncle said to me, he said, where you stay at? When I moved to Nashville 5 years ago, he said, where you stay at? I said, in Bellevue. He was shocked. I said, what's the look for? He said, you couldn't go in that area unless you had a certain colored T-shirt on.
Mm.
Wow. That let them know that you were a worker. Don't be caught with that certain colored T-shirt on. All this stuff is showed in the movie Power. The last thing I'm going to say, I'm going to get off. We were, again, about my ancestors. They were always asked, where are your papers at?
Right.
They don't ask that anymore. What do they ask, Michelle? Show me your ID.
Where your ID at?
It's the same thing. They just flipped the script on us. Love y'all. Y'all be well. Stay warm. We've been shut down in Nashville. Got everything shut down. Got a couple inches of snow.
Yeah.
The ice, the froze, everything shut down. I mean, everything, gas stations, you name it, the grocery
So
store.
y'all not
everything.
moving to Nashville at all.
we stuck. And when I say they shut down,
Yeah.
they shut down. So they called me into my part-time job yesterday, and I'm thinking I'm gonna go in there and help do some stuff. Go in there, they ain't got no power.
They don't have power?
They ain't got no power. My power went off for 17 hours. 17 hours our power went off. Then it came back on. So I go to work, they call me, tell me to come in. I said, let me go. I ain't doing nothing in the dark. Let me go in. I go in there, they still in the dark. They got all this grocery. How the grocery store is lined with lettuce and food and meat and the produce and all that. All that stuff is in our carts. And they finna dispose of it, throw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
All waste. I'm talking about probably hundreds of thousands of dollars. Love you, Michelle.
All right, thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
And I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep doing the wonderful job y'all doing. And to my 26th Street family, love y'all. Peace
all right,
out.
fam. You stay safe down there too. Keep us up on what's going on. Appreciate you. All right, somebody hit me and they said, Michelle, what did Mabel post? So Mabel posted on my Facebook post about the ICE shooting. Watch the Netflix documentary Power, the history of policing, and a number of people have reacted and said that it was amazing. Some people inboxed me on messengers like, Michelle, have you seen this? You got to see it. So and it's so funny, I got people hitting me up from Georgia right now that's commenting on the post and talking about what's going on. So just want to tell people, I said it yesterday, I'm going to continue to say it. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. I did not get to this controversial hepatitis B vaccine that the United States government, in partnership with the Danish government, wants to go in and use Black babies in a West African country to be guinea pigs. $1.6 million grant where they were going to go in and do these vaccine tests on infants at birth. And the World Health Organization, different people weighing in, but the study, which was again going to be carried out by Danish researchers, became the subject of a whole bunch of backlash around the world, with researchers in Africa and the United States saying that it had violated key tenets of ethical science. And so, people are desperate for health care and to make sure that their children survive. They doing things they probably shouldn't be, entering into agreements. But again, Black folks still being used as test cases. And in this case, live children, live babies. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. And I got to talk about the lawsuit that went on with Google, $68 million, in which they had been listening in on people. We all have said it, that you having a conversation about something. And then the next thing you know, you start getting ads on your cell phone about the very thing you was talking about. Your phone is not off. They think, people said, oh, no, you have to say Siri, blah, 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 or Alexa, blah, blah, blah. And then they would listen in and get, a response. They listening all the time. And they just got ordered to pay $68 million because they found out that you knew the camera is on and that the phone is listening. That's why on my laptop, I got a little switch up here where I can slide my camera view off and on. Y'all need to learn where it is on your camera. On your laptop, and on my cell phone. Frequently at home, there's a post-it that's across the top of my camera.
Even with your TV, because at nighttime it's still listening and recording. So you got to unplug your TV, you got to unplug your laptop and close your laptop.
Yeah, smart devices are on 24/7. We've had, Lakeisha and I have been having conversations at the kitchen table just talking, and Alexa will say, I didn't get that. Well, wasn't nobody talking to you? Yeah. And didn't nobody even call your name and didn't say anything similar to it. So, all right, y'all, I got to get out of here. We'll pick all this stuff up tomorrow. Everybody that checked us out on YouTube and Facebook, I appreciate y'all, family. Y'all stay strong, be strategic, stay safe. I'll talk to you later. Peace.